Wait, look! Is it him? No, it's a Rocky Mountain rattlesnake. This is the most poisonous snake in this entire region. So what I'm gonna do is carefully sneak up on it and jam my thumb in its butthole. Cracky! Oh, this snake is really pissed! I'm gonna jam my thumb in its butthole now. Oh yeah, that pissed it off all right.
Does he always do this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go jam my thumb in something's butthole now.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. A wise man once said you can deny reality, but you cannot deny the results of reality, the consequences of reality. Gravity applies to all of us. What goes up must come down. And ladies and gentlemen, societies that allow open immigration and open borders do indeed go down, and go down very, very swiftly. A cautionary tale that I think we are going to learn the hard way in this country. I think many are already learning. 60 Minutes went to Sweden, a place that has long postured themselves as a open and woke society. We're the Swedes, after all, right? Like, our culture is so dominant, our peaceful way of life so pervasive that we can open our doors to the third world, to criminals, and they will come here and be rehabilitated. But 60 Minutes went there and found something very, very different, and in fact, nearly didn't leave Sweden, if you know what I mean, in a terrifying little special here. 60 Minutes went to check in on the millions of Islamic refugees that moved into little hovels and ghettos in Sweden. Instead of heartwarming footage, 60 Minutes got attacked in the no-go zones. This is exactly what normal Swedes suffer when they try and walk around their own country, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't stop 60 Minutes from trying to lie to you about the immigrants, but at least they were forced to tell the truth by force. Here, check this out.
They don't assimilate well into the Swedish culture and society, and they're unemployed, and they're poor. So you add all these factors together, and their youth are feeling marginalized and don't speak Swedish very well, so they don't get jobs or get into the Swedish youth culture either.
But not everyone is hostile.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my cousin lives in Melbourne.
Many locals are polite and friendly and happy to talk.
It's good.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
But what happened next?
So listen to that line. The reporter is going, yeah, so look, there's a guy who smiled at me. I feel good. My white savior complex is here. I feel good. Like, look, somebody was really nice to me. This guy, this expert who's from here that is talking to me about how these immigrants have no jobs and they don't assimilate into society and the crime is skyrocketing. He doesn't know jack shit. I'm the smart one because somebody smiled at me once, right? All you need is a news camera and a microphone. Whoo, baby, you effed around and you're about to find out.
Changed everything. The police leave, and as we prepare to go, young men masking their faces arrive.
Good, you're doing good.
You're doing good?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Take it easy.
Okay, you too.
And attack.
Go! Mate! Go! Don't you touch me! Okay, we're gonna drink.
Excuse me. Please.
Get out of here.
No, we are leaving, but you don't need to hurt us. There's no need to be unkind. Hey,
You can't feel. No, don't do it.
The gang's attention turns when a local intervenes and drives his mobility scooter into the most violent attacker.
So wait, you had to be saved by a guy in a rascal? By a guy in a hover-round?
Move. We've been individually attacked.
So, there you go. This is what's called a zero-trust society. And it is what is being created here in the States in short order. A society of high trust doesn't mean a bunch of people that come from the exact same church and look exactly the same way. That's never been the American story. In fact, not since the first colony here in America. What America has had, however, is rule of law, law and order, and the rules applied equally to all men. All men are created equal under God, right? That has worked for us for the last 250 years. But as you import criminals, as you bring people into this country whose first act was to break the law by entering the country, it is still on the books a felony to enter this country without being properly invited. Well, then what you have is a bunch of people who decide they're going to simply behave illegally. They broke the rules getting in here. Why continue to follow? Why start following the rules once you get here? There's too much for the taking.
Fox News now, NYPD making 2 more arrests, illegal immigrants, and that attack on officers. Those suspects also allegedly stole an officer's cell phone. Well, that'll help them track you down. So a 5th illegal immigrant accused of attacking 2 New York City police officers over the weekend showed no remorse or regret. He was seen, as you can see, giving his 2 middle fingers to the cameras moments after being released without bail.
This should be every single Trump ad and Republican ad till the end of the election. These guys broke our laws, were welcomed into the country by Democrats, because presumably with enough welfare, they would vote Democrats. With enough government handouts, they're going to vote Democrats forever. They were let out of jail in order to do it again after attacking a New York cop. This is what the Democrat Party supports. And it gets worse. Sadly, it always gets worse. Trump speaks out after murder of Laken Riley by illegal immigrant. Biden still silent. Former President Donald Trump has released a statement on Monday decrying the murder of Laken Riley at the hands of Venezuelan illegal immigrant over the weekend. The White House and President have said nothing on the matter. Crooked Joe Biden's border invasion is destroying our country and killing citizens. Horrible murder of a 22-year-old Laken Riley at the University of Georgia should never have happened. The monster who took her life illegally entered the country in 2022 was released again by radical Democrats in New York after injuring a child. When I am your president, we will immediately seal the border, stop the invasion on day 1, and we'll have the largest deportations in history. Donald Trump sounding off on this chilling and horrific development.
Crime in Georgia, what a shame. It's a new category of crime. It's called migrant crime. I call it Biden migrant crime.
This is on him.
He's let millions of people, Lawrence, they're emptying out prisons all over the world. Yesterday they had people coming in from the Congo, from prisons in the Congo. They have them coming in from Asia, from the Middle East. They're crazy. They're destroying our country. We're going to change it. We're going to make America great again.
Please. Cannot happen fast enough. Please, I beg of you. So this criminal alien was led into the country by Joe Biden, released by Democrats after behaving violently, and then murdered a young woman who was out on a run in Georgia. So this person had been arrested prior, multiple offenses, and released. Where's the lawsuits? Like, there should be lawsuits. Where can I donate? Where are the lawsuits? Look at these sick bastards. These sick at the AP. The killing of a nursing student out for a run highlights the fears of solo female athletes. They don't even mention the disgust that you have. You don't hate. You think you hate the corporate press. You don't hate them nearly enough. While New York is waging lawfare against Donald Trump, they're releasing violent illegal aliens into our street. Ladies and gentlemen, this person was 26 years old. This violent murderer, sorry, not person, violent murderer, criminal alien, 26 years old from Venezuela, arrested by U.S. Customs Border Protection on September 8th, 2022, after unlawfully entering the United States near El Paso, Texas, paroled and released for further processing into the country, of course, because that's what you do with criminals, then was arrested by the New York Police Department and charged with acting in a manner to injure a child less than 17 and a motor vehicle license violation. He was released by the New York Police Department before a detainer could be issued. And then Atlanta encountered this person, this monster, and this illegal criminal alien has been arrested and charged with murder and other crimes based on the horrific tragedy of the murder of a student at the University of Georgia. How long can this insanity continue? Even CNN is starting to break and starting to, like, on camera say, holy smokes, what are we allowing here for power? And that's what really this is all about. It is all about power for Democrats. Democrats learned a system in California, which is when you give full voting rights and citizenship to people who are 100% dependent on government welfare, the government welfare state, and you as a party promise to increase the welfare state forever, of course, until the whole system collapses. And then what do you have? Then those people will vote for you forever. And that's what they're trying to do to the entire country right now. I mean, they straight up admit it, right? Like, they straight up admit it. New York Congresswoman, Democrat, of course, Congresswoman Clark, saying the quiet part out loud, I need more people in my district just for redistricting purposes. Democrats need more criminal aliens because they need to shove more people into their districts so they can keep their House seats, because people are moving out of those hellholes as fast as possible. This is an amazing clip. CNN anchors left stunned, gasping, in a morning clip, talking about exactly how bad the crime has gotten in New York and why these criminal aliens won't go to Florida. Watch.
In the back. You don't touch our police officers. You don't touch anybody. Thank you, everybody.
I mean, we're hearing a change when it comes to immigration in general from President Biden on down. To hear her talk about that, it is also directly related to the fact that these were police officers. Does that have any impact? Does that change anything?
Well, it's so complicated because, you're a New Yorker. You move through the city every day, as I do. We see these people. We touch these people. They're out looking for work. They're delivering our food. They're at the gas stations and the car wash. These are people who came in waves, 170,000 probably to New York City. But within that group, this hardworking, throngs of people in search of hope and a better life, there is this 1%er, criminal element that looks at a different opportunity here. These individuals, I went over their rap sheets yesterday, multiple charges, grand larceny, robbery, attempted robbery, grand larceny, grand larceny. This particular crew operated on mopeds and scooters. They were doing organized retail theft. They were doing snatches on the street, iPhones, iPads, clothing, so on and so forth. One of them that they are still seeking has 10 charges on one day because he's part of a pattern that's been going on. And I'm looking at the dates that their arrest started, which is probably close to when they got here. They've only been here a couple of months. So what the detectives are telling me is they have crews here that operate in New York, do all their stealing, then go to Florida to spend the money and then come back. And I'm like, well, why don't they just stay and steal in Florida? And they said, because there you go to jail.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's bold strategy, Cotton. See if it pays off for you. Should be the easiest election in American history for a Republican to win if all things were fair and square. MSNBC asking a Latino voter why she's voting for Trump. Because you see what's happening with our economy, gas prices. We recognize that immigrants coming across our border is not helping. It's causing crime, says this Latino voter. Hopefully the rest of America agrees, and we don't have this 60-minute Sweden no-go zones that form. Otherwise, we are quickly on our way, or if not already there. You do not want to live in a zero-trust society. You have grown up in a high-trust society, and you do not want to sacrifice that. You do not want that to end. Trust me. Go visit countries that are zero-trust societies. They are horrible, horrible places to live. But Democrats will do anything for power, and so they must be stopped. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe to stop them and to keep America safe. Or make America safe again. See ya.